I built the ultimate PlayStation gaming setup. I had no budget and spent over $2,000 buying only the best PlayStation products. Like this, it's called the Sony InZone M9, and just the monitor alone cost almost $1,000. It honestly almost looks like a PlayStation 5 with the kind of design, and it is a 4K monitor with 144 Hz. So we're gonna be able to take full advantage of the PS5, and honestly, I've never seen a monitor that looks this cool, and I've probably never bought a monitor that's this expensive. Now that I really think about it, the monitor is actually more expensive than any PlayStation that Sony makes, so that's actually insane. I'm actually kind of curious what people say about the monitor if I'm going to be spending this much money. Perfect fit for gaming and movies. It says there's a defect. Oh, it actually had a dead pixel, but second one is excellent, so they had to get it replaced. Okay, some people are saying there's some pixels that are kind of bad on it, and other people are saying that the picture quality is really, really good. So I'm actually going to order this since I'm really curious to see if I actually have any experiences that are bad with it. Okay, so already adding that in the cart, we're at like $1,000, and we're just at the monitor. Oh my gosh, this is not going to be cheap at all. Next up though, let's actually get a gaming headset, and I know PlayStation or Sony does make their own headsets, so I'm actually going to look for their most expensive one. Let me actually search up like Sony gaming headset. Okay, so here it is. It's called the Sony InZone H9. I'm actually gonna get this one because it like kind of has the PlayStation kind of theme to it, and almost $200 for this. Dude, this is gonna be so expensive. Like genuinely, they look really, really good, and it actually looks like they have like a bundle. Wait, one second. I didn't even know that. Oh, they have their own mouse and keyboard. I genuinely had no idea like at all. Is this gonna be cheaper if I kind of bundle this? How much is this? $500? What? Yo, okay, oh my gosh, this is getting very expensive. This is getting extremely expensive very quick. But first, this is the CUKTECH 30 Ultra, and it's the ultimate compact powerhouse for your setup. With up to 300 watts of charging output on the DC port, it is perfect to charge my gaming laptop or MacBook Pro. A lot of chargers cause lag or frame drops from inconsistent charging, but with the CUKTECH 30 Ultra, it maintains maximum power draw and makes sure that you're getting smooth and stable gameplay. But the large 1.83-inch smart display is what really takes it to the next level. Not only is the quality of the screen amazing with a 170-degree IPS panel and 850 nits of peak brightness, but on it I can easily see everything like the overall data, the power, temperature, power curve, and more. Plus, it even has adapt charge multi-protocol compatibility, so your charge isn't affected when plugging in or unplugging devices. If that wasn't already advanced enough, it also uses an AI-powered intelligent power distribution system where it automatically detects connected devices and analyzes their power needs in real time. And with this, it automatically allocates output to each device for optimal performance. It literally is the ultimate all-in-one charging hub for your setup. It is perfect for minimalist desk setups and cleans it up a lot by removing a lot of the mess that you would have from multiple charging cables. And best of all, you're able to power up to 5 devices at once. It has a 300-watt DC port, 2 140-watt Type-C ports, a 33-watt Type-C port, and finally an 18-watt Type-A port. You will literally never need another charging station again. So if you're interested, I highly recommend checking out the CUKTECH 30 Ultra with the first link in the description or pinned comment. Okay, so this is the keyboard. It's $250. It is 75%. And honestly, like, it does not look like that special at all, but I guess if I'm making the ultimate PlayStation setup, I literally have to buy it. It's like says enhanced responsiveness, softer and like smoother feel. So like I'm expecting it to be like really, really good to game on, but also like be really, really like, I guess, good quality. It says it has Hall effect switches, which I do know are some of the best switches you can get, and it is rapid trigger as well. But dude, like almost $300. Oh my gosh, this is actually this is way more expensive than I thought. Bro, this is good. Bro, I'm actually gonna go broke buying this. Okay, let me just watch this video. Maybe this will help. So it looks like it's all part of like Sony's in-zone kind of like gaming thing. Oh, it's designed with Fnatic, which I know is like some CSGO tryhard like. Okay, I have to be honest, it does look very, very good, but I'm just curious to see how good the in-zone or like Sony lineup is kind of for like console gaming. But I mean, bro, it does look really good. Up to 8,000 hertz polling rate. What are the people saying, bro? Am I really about to spend this much money? Very well made. Okay, so my boy, True Grits definitely liked this. Sleek gaming keyboard, bro. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It does definitely look very, very premium, but I guess I'm gonna have to be the guinea pig of if it's worth $300. Great space saving gaming keyboard. Okay, that sounds like a little bit of a bot review, but it is kind of like a compact 70% keyboard, which I do like because it's not a 60% keyboard. You're still getting your arrow keys, which is really, really nice. Bro, oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna go broke buying this setup. Okay, let's add that to the cart, and just with that, 1.3K, and we didn't even buy the console yet. But we did see that Sony also makes their own gaming mouse, which I genuinely had no idea about. Like, I had no idea. This looks like a Logitech G Pro. Am I tripping? This literally looks like the exact same. It's about the same price. It's very lightweight, ultra lightweight. They say 48 grams. You definitely could find a mouse that's even lighter, but no, overall, this is definitely a very light mouse. And it looks like they actually like made it with Fnatic, which is like some CSGO pro like player team. So maybe that's why it's like so expensive, but I'm not gonna lie, it does look like a very, very good mouse. And I didn't even know this existed. Like, I seriously didn't. So yeah, we kind of just have to get the ultimate Sony PlayStation gaming setup. That's the whole point of this video. The bottom of the mouse does have some holes, I think, for like some even more lightweight. This guy added so many pictures. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this kind of does look like a try-hard gaming mouse. I kind of have to buy this. I'm so curious. I don't know how I didn't know this existed. Oh my gosh, this is actually gonna be so much money. Let's add that to the cart. Oh my, I'm going broke. I'm actually cooked. I'm legit cooked, bro. Okay, I did get a little bit carried away with the gaming keyboard and mouse. So back to the headset, which I didn't really talk about. It is a wireless one, so I don't know if there's anything really special about it. It does say it's like 360 spatial sound. I'm expecting Sony to have like some really, really good sound quality because Sony has been making headsets for like a very, very long time, and I know they're like kind of experienced in the kind of like audio space. It also does have a little bit of a boom mic, and it says game for hours and comfort. I mean, bro, if I'm spending 200 bucks, I definitely want to make sure I'm getting a good gaming headset. That is for sure. And I mean, dude, it does look like a very high quality product, and it honestly will match the PlayStation 5 like very, very well. However, for the headset, I actually want to see if we can get like a PlayStation 5 headset stand or like some charger that kind of looks cool. Okay, so this actually isn't officially from PlayStation, but it looks really, really cool. We will be able to kind of have our PlayStation 5 controller and headset on this. It's $70 for the stand, but honestly, I think this looks really, really sick, and it's gonna fit perfectly with our setup. Unfortunately, my wallet is really gonna be hurting this video, but let's add this to the cart, and it actually looks like you could also use it for Xbox as well, but it kind of looks more like it's for like PlayStation, if I'm being honest. I actually think it looks really, really good, and it's actually also a hub for my devices. Like, it has a little like USB, so I think it can also charge them. So overall, I think this is actually like a pretty good product. So it looks like some people use it for Xbox because it has a green kind of color scheme, or you can use it for like PlayStation with the blue, of course. But yeah, 10 out of 10 would recommend. It actually does look really good, and there are a ton of colors. I would actually even maybe use this for like PCs if you wanted to use like the purple color scheme. So yeah, $70, definitely not cheap, but that's kind of the whole point of this video, is we don't have a budget. So adding that to the cart, we are already at $1.5 thousand. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my, no, this is actually bad. This is not good, bro. For one of the last parts of the setup, I'm gonna be getting a mouse pad from my own brand called Elevate Culture. By the time this video comes out, this website might already be down because I'm gonna be completely transforming it and adding a ton of new mouse pads and basically just making the designs way better. So make sure you guys check it out in the description down below. It'll still be elevateculture.co, but I am gonna be adding one of these mouse pads to the setup. I actually do think the white liquid or maybe the black liquid look good. It is $25. Of course, it says it's sold out, but obviously since it's my own brand, I actually can just get one since I have them in stock. But yeah, I'm actually gonna add that, and that's another $25 to the budget. But finally, the most important part about this PlayStation gaming setup is the actual console, and the best console that PlayStation makes is the PS5 Pro. But what's very, very interesting is right now you can buy it for $750 because it's actually March 31st. But PlayStation actually did unfortunately confirm that, I guess because of the RAM prices or something, they are going to be increasing the price of the PS5 Pro to $900. So it is going to be increasing by $150, which is a lot of money. And by the time this video comes out, unfortunately, the PlayStation 5 Pro is going to be $900. But since I'm filming this 2 days before the price increase, I can actually buy it for $750. The PS5 Pro is actually the most powerful console in the world right now because you can game on 120 Hertz and 4K. So it is actually, I think, a little bit more powerful compared to the Xbox Series X. But yeah, I mean, it is a very, very powerful console, but it is basically like $1,000. So you literally are definitely in gaming PC territory at that point. But some people do just really, really like gaming on consoles. So yeah, let's just add this to the cart. Another $750, and this is almost like a $3,000 setup at this point. Genuinely, that's insane. Almost $3,000 for a console gaming setup. So after spending over $2,000 just for this setup, it took over a week for everything to arrive. And to be honest, this is probably the part I'm most excited for because it literally is a monitor that looks like a PlayStation 5. I've always seen TikToks and videos of it, but finally I'm gonna be able to see just how cool it really looks in person, and I'm just so interested to see how it looks. Like literally just by judging the actual monitor arm, it looks exactly like a PS5. This is so sick. So taking off the packaging, we have the monitor, which is a 27-inch monitor, and it's also 4K. For the other things inside of the box, we have the actual monitor feet over here, and I think that pretty much is all. And of course, the rest is just packaging. But the part I care about the most is how the monitor itself looks, and it definitely still does carry that kind of PlayStation or like PS5 theme, with the back of the monitor being a little bit white and having like that little black highlight. The monitor itself does have very, very thin bezels. It honestly probably is the thinnest bezels I've ever seen on a monitor, so it looks very, very like modern. And even the bezel over here on the bottom looks very, very thin. So yeah, overall, this monitor is insane, and it is a 4K monitor with 144 Hertz and a 1 millisecond response time, plus it's IPS, so it isn't as good as an OLED monitor, which has like the best colors you can get. Actually, a mini LED is the second best, I think, and then it goes IPS, and then it's like TN panel. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how good the colors on this monitor look, and it literally is going to be able to take full advantage of the PS5 Pro since it's 4K and the PS5 can do 4K 120 FPS. We're going to be able to take like full advantage with this monitor. I'm not going to lie, the monitor is actually very thick, especially over here in the middle. It reminds me a lot to how Alienware had their monitors. But let's actually put together the whole stand of this monitor and see how it really looks. So first we have our monitor arm, which should be very easy to add on. I think we just slide it on. Yup, just like that. And you can see we now have that attached. Wait, am I tripping, or did these monitor feet literally look completely different in the listing? Why do they just look like normal black feet, as you guys can see? Like they just look like normal black feet. I'm gonna check the listing again. I'm pretty sure they actually look like PlayStation 5 feet. Oh no, okay, wait. Am I missing a part? Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. I guess I'm tripping. Okay, so ignore that. It actually looks like this is one of the monitor legs. This is the center one, and then this is what's on like the two kind of back sides. So I think all we need to do is literally just lay this flat, and then we should have two screws that are included somewhere, and we just screw it in. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I thought they did not include them. They're in this super tiny bag. Like, I don't even know how I found this inside the box, but it should be really easy to screw in. It's literally just two screws, that's it. And just like that, our monitor stand should be done. And let me see. Okay, that is actually so weird. Okay, it actually has a very weird way of adjusting. If you actually height adjust it, let me show you guys over here on the side. like the actual main stand isn't like center. Like it literally is completely slanted. So if you raise the monitor, it actually also pushes it back, which I've never seen before, but that is kind of cool. You also do have like the tilt adjustability, as you guys can see, and you do not have side to side adjustability. So if you want to move the monitor, you just have to fully move the entire stand, which is something I actually expected to have on this monitor. But yeah, this is a very weird stand. I have never seen this. And just to show you guys how it looks on the front, it does look really, really sick. But yeah, just keep that in mind. If you do raise the monitor, it does push it back a little bit, but you do have like a decent amount of tilt. Actually, it tilts pretty far. So yeah, I did not expect that at all, but it is just a really cool thing on this monitor. Do I think this monitor is a little bit overpriced, especially for the performance, and considering you might be able to get an OLED monitor at this price? Maybe, but I mean, it's just gonna look so sick in the PS5 gaming setup, because with this stand, it literally looks like a full-on like PlayStation version of a monitor. And it's not like this monitor is bad at all. It's still a 4K 144 hertz monitor, which is gonna be perfect for the PS5 Pro. But before I show you guys the PS5 Pro, this is probably the most expensive keyboard I've ever bought. It's the InZone KBD H75, and it's a $250 keyboard. Like, you can literally buy a used Xbox Series S that gets 120 FPS for that price, and this is just a keyboard, so I'm expecting something kind of insane here. I'm very curious if the unboxing is like very special. It's not bad, but I mean, I have seen like some keyboards at this price point come with like keyboard cases. However, it's not like bad. Finally though, the most important part is actually seeing how the keyboard looks, and quick sound test. It feels very premium. I do have to give them that. Okay, wait. Oh my, yo, this is so satisfying. It does look very bland, I'm not gonna lie, but it is so satisfying, and it feels extremely high quality. You do get monitor feet on it as well. Yo, it definitely is like lubed switches or something. Like, it sounds really, really good. Honestly, I do like the simplicity of it, but I wish for this price point we did get a little bit of like an OLED screen. I have seen some like keyboards have that over here on the top right. I don't think it's a bad keyboard at all. I think it's just a little bit kind of bland for the price. Let's plug it in and see how the RGB looks, but it definitely does feel very, very premium, and there's like no way I'm bending this. Like, it definitely has like a very premium build feel to it and sounds really good. For the cable, we do have a pretty nicely braided cable. It's not like a rubber one, so that is nice. However, for 250 bucks, I'm expecting this keyboard to be like insane for when I'm gaming. For the RGB on it, I would definitely say they went for a more aesthetic design. I'm not sure if you can change the color on it, because it does just have like the kind of like Sony purple InZone theme to it. I'd be very surprised if you're not able to change the color on it. It is branded with only purple RGB, so I'm not 100% sure if you can get it to be rainbow, but I mean, overall, I do think it has a little bit of like that Sony kind of tax, because it is very, very expensive. But I mean, it isn't a bad keyboard at all by any means, just kind of feeling it. And I'm actually very interested to see how it games, because dude, I've never actually bought a keyboard this expensive. This keyboard actually specifically uses magnetic switches and has an aluminum base, like an aluminum top base, which is why it literally feels so good quality. It's not plastic or anything, and like I said, there's no chance I'm bending this. And something that's really cool is it has very rounded edges like all around. It just feels very premium. But of course, to pair with the keyboard, we do have our Sony InZone mouse. Literally everything here is basically like Sony InZone, because it's like their gaming brand, and this was $120, so it's still very expensive, but it seems to be around like the Logitech G Pro price. Okay, this does feel very similar to like a Logitech G Pro. It is extremely light as well. If I am being honest though, I did expect the feel of this mouse to be a little bit more premium. I'm not too much of a fan of the actual like exact shape of the mouse. As you guys can see, I do like the Model D G or like a Logitech G Pro like mouse shape a little bit more. This has more of like a cube shape, if that makes sense. And I'm not too much of a fan of the actual clicks. The mouse clicks don't feel that satisfying at all, and this feels more like a $50 or $60 mouse. I just don't think it's worth $120. It doesn't feel like a bad mouse. The side buttons work perfectly fine, and it's like the clicks are working fine too. I just think for the price, I expected it to just feel better like clicking. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The clicks just don't feel as premium as I expected. Scroll wheel feels fine, and like I mentioned, the side buttons are perfectly fine. The clicks just, I don't know what it is. It just feels not premium. However, inside the rest of the box, I'm pretty sure we should get our charging cable, and we could use this as a wired mouse as well. However, of course, I'm gonna be using it wireless with this little dongle that they give us. Honestly, before I really rate this mouse, I definitely have to game with it and see how it feels, but I will say I definitely did like the gaming keyboard more. But it doesn't matter how good your keyboard or mouse is without a good mouse pad. Now, I'm of course gonna be using my own mouse pad from Elevate Culture, but I'm seriously not just trying to be biased. These mouse pads are really, really good. The bias part is I do think they also look really, really nice. I'm completely relaunching my entire website for Elevate Culture with brand new designs and everything. I'm going absolutely insane. So at the time of recording this, you actually can enter to get in the launch early and see all the insane mouse pads. But yeah, as you guys can see, the mouse does move very, very easily like on these mouse pads. Like there's literally no friction. Okay, I might even break the mouse. But whether you just want a really, really nice looking mouse pad for your setup to really spice it up, because dude, adding some color or like a nice design mouse pad like this one, or if I'm being honest, some of the new designs I have, I literally cannot wait to release. But yeah, it also does have really, really good performance. It just looks really good. And yeah, if you're like a try hard and you're just trying to play FPS games, it also is really good for that. Or if you're just trying to try hard on Fortnite, anything like that, these mouse pads glide very, very easily, and I absolutely love them. I might be a little bit biased, but seriously, these mouse pads will really elevate your gaming setup. But getting back on the Sony InZone products, of course, we have the Sony headset, and it's just called the Sony H9. To be honest, I do have some pretty high expectations for these headsets because they literally were $200, which just like the other Sony InZone products is not cheap at all. And opening the box up, okay, these headphones are actually even bigger than I expected them to be. It looks like we have the charging cable, some manuals, but let's move those out of the way. We got the wireless dongle, and these are the headphones themselves. First test, let's see how comfortable these puppies are. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, like obviously this is not paid to say, these feel extremely comfortable. Like not only do they sit so flush on my head, but they're also so light. Like it feels like I basically don't have headphones on, but at the same time, I can definitely tell I have headphones on because like literally speaking, my voice just seems like mumbled, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not gonna lie, these are insane. I'm actually so curious to see how they sound. And I also don't think they look that bad at all. I really do love like the simplicity of them. And dude, they literally will match the PS5 gaming setup so nicely. But I am literally now dying to see how these sound because, oh my voice just got so much louder as soon as I took these off. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, these also feel very premium. Like they do have a bit of adjustability. Can you actually make them? Yeah, you are able to extend it, of course, in case you have a bigger head, but this would just be way too big. The smaller size is good enough for your boy Vermax. But seriously, these are actually better than I expected comfort-wise. Of course, it also does come with a little microphone so you can talk trash or spread positivity to your teammates, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the main and most important thing about these headphones is the sound quality, which I definitely will test when we're gaming with them. But don't forget to really spice up these headphones. We also did get like a PS5 looking RGB stand. I'm honestly calling everything PS5 looking if it's white or black. But yeah, if this didn't have RGB, this could definitely pass as like a Sony official looking product. It seriously matches like the PS5 kind of theme so well. Honestly, the main thing I'm interested with this is how bright the RGB is, because sometimes you buy RGB products and the RGB is just dookie and it's not bright at all. But pulling this out, it's fully assembled for us, so we literally don't have to do anything. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, it's plastic, but it's like actually good quality. Like if I try and bend this, nah, I don't even think I could bend this. Like, dude, this thing's actually very good quality. It feels very, very firm, and it does not feel like it was gonna break. So this headset stand was a lot more expensive than like a $10 one that you could normally buy. That's like more simple, but it also does have a few USB ports on it. It does act as a controller charging stand. It has RGB and a headset stand. So let's just put it all together and see how it really works. And the RGB on it actually looks really, really good. You do have a little bit over here and then some like in the center, like a center beam. There is not any more, but I honestly really do like it. It looks like very clean and not like it's too much or too tacky. And you also do have this button to change the color. So you have like kind of a rainbow RGB effect, but honestly, I think I really do like the solid blue. You basically have all the default colors that you would want in the rainbow. So you do have a lot of color options with this. You can go RGB and everything, but I do really like the dark blue. It just matches the whole Sony kind of theme we have going on. And then of course you can also easily put your headset on top of here. And what I absolutely love is over here on the back, you have two USB ports and a USB-C plus another USB port over here on the front. So you have a ton of USB ports and it actually makes it very, very useful. And yeah, with the headset on it, it looks really, really nice. But the really cool part is you can also actually plug in your controller. You just have to kind of line it up. And I think just like that, I'm not sure if it's charging it because I think the controller would literally light up. But dude, this is so sick. Like, don't get me wrong, it definitely is not needed for the setup, but I think it just elevates it so much. And dude, everything matches. It's all white and black. Dude, this is gonna look so sick. But before I actually set up the entire gaming setup, we need to talk about the PS5 Pro. Obviously, it isn't inside of a box because I actually already had this and your boy didn't really want to spend another $750. Again, because I literally already had it and I have a PS5 over there. But yeah, I mean, but I literally barely use it and it's pretty much completely brand new. And of course, the specs are the exact same as if I bought it like literally new. So what are the specs inside of the PS5 Pro? Sony actually claims it has up to 45% faster rendering compared to the base model, which is pretty insane. Improved ray tracing, and overall, it just is a lot more powerful of a console compared to the base. And I mean, especially after the price increase, this is by far the most expensive console in the world and the fastest plus most powerful gaming console in the world. So clearly the specs inside of here are very good. You're getting 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 memory. So the RAM is very, very fast. I wouldn't say in 2026, 16 gigabytes is like an insane number. That honestly is kind of the baseline, especially with new games coming out like GTA 6 soon, hopefully. But for the processor or CPU, it's actually using an 8-core CPU from AMD, and it is able to get 3.85 gigahertz, so it is actually pretty fast. And with those specs, you're literally able to get, like I mentioned earlier in the video, 4K 120 FPS, supposedly very consistently, which we will 100% have to test out. But yeah, this is just a very powerful console. If you get the PS5 Pro, you also automatically get 2 terabytes of storage on an SSD, so it is able to load games very fast. I would say some people might actually need more than 2 terabytes of storage in 2026, especially with how big games are getting, but 2 terabytes is still pretty good. Keep in mind that after taxes and shipping, you basically spent $1,000 on this now with the price increase, and you could easily buy a gaming PC at that price point. So I'm actually gonna be kind of strict on how good this is. I'm gonna be kind of picky. In terms of customization, you are able to actually take off each of these plates and you can swap it with a ton of different plates. Like you guys can see, I got these black ones that I was originally gonna add, but honestly, after having an entire white and black theme with literally everything else in the setup, I just think it wouldn't be as good to actually make this all black. I think just to stay with the entire PS5 theme, I'm gonna keep it white and black, but just know that you could change it to all black or basically any other color because Amazon does sell a bunch. But now it's finally time to put together the ultimate PS5 gaming setup and see how insane it looks. The PS5 gaming setup looks absolutely amazing, and as you guys can see, everything seems to be working perfectly fine. We have 2 terabytes of storage. I have a few games downloaded, and it's finally time to test everything out and see how it all actually performs. But since the PS5 Pro literally costs as much as a gaming PC, are you actually able to use it as a gaming PC? So in terms of browsing, you do have a few options. You have all your kind of normal streaming services like Disney Plus, Netflix, and all that, and then you have a bunch of other options over here. But the one thing I absolutely hate about PlayStation, and I don't know why they make it so difficult, there basically are a bunch of loopholes you basically have to jump through if you want to do any kind of browsing on it. I don't know why they don't have it like Xbox where you can just easily kind of browse things, but you basically have to go through a bunch of loopholes. You can go in the network status, go into the blog, and then you kind of scroll down and sign in over here on YouTube, and this is how you can actually like get into browsing and like kind of searching the web. If you actually go over here once it loads and you like sign in on the top right, I'm not gonna do that, but yeah, you basically have to do a bunch of loopholes if you want to even like browse anything and like do any kind of homework or just search the internet. So yeah, on the PS5 it's way harder to do that than on a PC, of course, and even another console like the Xbox. Overall though, the reason people buy a PlayStation is to actually see how good it is for gaming. So of course, I'm gonna be loading into Fortnite and testing everything out, seeing how everything really performs, and if I would actually recommend spending a couple $100s on a few things, especially the keyboard and mouse, because these were very expensive. The one thing you definitely want to make sure if you're gaming on a new gen console is you have 120 FPS mode enabled, because that basically is the whole reason you buy a new gen console over an old gen one. But as soon as we actually get in and we try building, since we are gaming on a keyboard and mouse, there actually is a little bit of input delay, which I definitely can feel since I am a keyboard and mouse player on a gaming PC which doesn't have input delay. However, as you guys can see, I don't think it's affecting my gameplay too much. It definitely isn't as good as it is on a normal gaming PC, but it still is overall very, very good and definitely playable. Plus, if you're actually coming from an old gen console and you're using keyboard and mouse, you literally would not notice it at all. It would literally feel smoother on this PS5. I just noticed it because I gamed on PC before. But yeah, overall, it is not that bad at all, and it actually feels very playable. And if I'm being honest, I'm actually really loving the keyboard and mouse. These feel very, very smooth, and I am also enjoying it on my own Elevate Culture Gaming Mousepad. I did end up switching the color because I think this one matches the setup more. But another thing I want to mention is headphones. Like, you're buying Sony official products, so I wouldn't expect them to be bad or anything, but I do think if you really tried, you could find some like similar quality products that are like cheaper. But overall, Sony makes amazing sounding headphones, and these sound really, really good to game on. So if you have the budget, I definitely would recommend the keyboard, mouse, and headset. However, the monitor, I don't think it's really worth the price. It's performing really good, and I mean 4K does look pretty high quality, but like I just don't think it's really worth the price. The only thing that's kind of cool is the stand, but I think the monitor definitely does have a little bit of the kind of PlayStation Sony tax, and I think you could definitely just buy a monitor with like similar specs for cheaper. That's at least what I would probably do. The controller and headset stand I showed you guys though in the cinematic is honestly a must buy if you have like an extra $70 laying around. Not even for a PlayStation gaming setup, just for a setup in general. I think it's so sick, and you can even use it for like an Xbox one, I think. So yeah, it's really, really cool. But the most important thing, the PS5 Pro, I've been in here building for quite a few minutes now, and look at the FPS. It's just like solid 120 FPS. It doesn't matter if we're gaming on like 4K or anything. It's so consistent, literally no issues with it at all. It feels so smooth to game on. However, this is only in my own creative map if you guys search up Vermax, and it is pretty plain. So is it as consistent in a real Fortnite game? So when I'm skydiving, the FPS definitely does drop a little bit, but it's honestly so like minor that I don't even notice it. If I didn't have the FPS counter, I wouldn't even know that we're having a FPS like dropping. But first easy kill, I don't know what that bot was doing. Overall, this setup feels so good to game on. It's extremely smooth, but to really see just how good it is, I need to see if I can actually get like a 10 kill win. I think it's easily doable, especially on this setup that's like really good. We just really need an insane game here, and I think that should be pretty easy to do with like how good this setup actually is. Honestly, at this point, if everyone else else here is on console. I just have a pay to win advantage here because I definitely do have the best console setup here. That's for sure. Like, this seriously feels way better than I expected to game on. Like, it feels very, very smooth. The FPS is like fairly consistent. I know it does say it's not getting 120 FPS the whole time consistently, but honestly, it still is good enough where like I literally don't notice the frame drops at all. It's dropping so like minuscule. New vocab word. But yeah, it feels really, really good overall. Like, it's just so smooth. Okay, this guy is kind of sweaty, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my gosh, I did not expect him to open that edit. Okay, we're actually cooked. Dude, we have 6 kills already, but this guy actually might kill us here. Dude, okay, yo, chill, bro. Oh my, I can't build there. I literally couldn't build put a wall there. Nice. I just got killed because of a dumb bug. Nice, man. I'm not gonna lie, I have absolutely no issues gaming on it at all. It feels more than smooth enough for me. Like, I honestly have no complaint. It feels so good that it's honestly hard to tell I'm even gaming on console. It just feels so smooth. Like, this definitely is not a normal console gaming setup because we literally built the ultimate PS5 PlayStation gaming setup that you can. But yeah, I mean, it definitely feels really, really good. It's very expensive, but it might actually be worth it. This sweat, bro. I actually am scared of this guy. That guy's like too sweaty for me, bro. I don't really want to fight him. That guy's too sweaty. We can find some easier players to fight. Dude, that guy's so annoying. He keeps just shooting at me. Like, no, buddy, chill. Oh my gosh, yo, I can't. Dude, I literally am not trying to fight you right now, bro. Like, I literally don't want to fight you. I'm just gonna have to go push this guy. Dude, oh my gosh, I can't. I literally can't. Dude, and this other guy is pushing us now. Like, literally, what is up with this kid, bro? Like, I actually don't know why that guy just wants me dead so bad. Like, I don't want to fight you, bro. I literally don't want to fight you. What is wrong with this guy? Literally, what is wrong with this guy? Dude, come on, make the edit. I have no mats. I literally have no mats. I'm not even joking. Oh my gosh, I just need to run. I just need to run. Please, please, please. I'm just gonna run as far as I can here. I'm literally not trying to fight anyone. Now, we're just running. I'm actually so shambles. Reboots end in a minute, and we're top 10 already. Like, dude, I could easily win this game. I just need to really lock in here. Honestly, pretty shambles because I don't have, like, any mats at all, and my loot isn't the best, but it isn't also the worst. Dude, I'm just gonna really lock in and try and win this game here. I'm really trying to get at least a 10 kill win. Okay, wait, there's a guy right here. He doesn't see me. 35? Okay, is this guy good or not? I have no idea if this guy's good. Dude, there's so much loot over there that I want, though. Oh my gosh, what? I just got beamed. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. There's no way I survive here. I have no mats. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Oh my gosh. No, dude. Oh my, we both killed each other. I literally 200 pumped him. We both literally killed each other. Oh my. Dude, if I had 0 ping, I'm winning that. No, it's because I don't have 0 ping. That's why I died. We literally both killed each other. I like almost never have that happen. Honestly, top 8 with how many kills we had, I'm taking that. That's a pretty good game. This PS5 gaming setup is really good, but it costs thousands of dollars, and I would definitely get a gaming PC setup instead. But if you want a much cheaper upgrade for any gaming setup, make sure you check out my website, Elevate Culture, and get a brand new gaming mouse pad. And if you enjoyed, make sure you sub so we can hit 1 million subs by 2026, but more importantly, remember Jesus loves you.